This is my garage.
How's it going, guys, and welcome back to my garage. Alright, so yes, today we are going to be working on this wolf over here, which is the giveaway car. And as you guys can see, I've been a little bit busy on it already. Did a couple of things off camera. So what I have done so far is I've rebuilt the suspension, front and rear. So all brand new parts. And we took the engine out of the donor car over there and put it into this one. So yeah, mechanically this car is good to go, but cosmetically, as you can see, it still hasn't been touched. So that is what we are going to do in this episode. We're going to be taking this thing and stripping off the accessories such as headlights, taillights. We are going to be swapping the bumpers for the body kit ones, and also installing the full body kit at the on the sides and also the rear bumper. And we're also going to be installing the spoiler kit we've got from Drifter. So yeah, the very same guy we bought the donor car from. We're also going to be having a look at getting some parts off of this car as well that we still need, like these window regulators might still be good. We're also going to check the interior if we're going to need to buy some interior. We've got a bad driver's seat, but we do have got a good replacement over here. So we're going to see how it's going to work out, guys, and what we need to go and buy. So we are going to be using the taxi to interior shop for this one. I don't think we're going to be taking a drive out there. That's a little bit tedious, and I think we've done enough of that in this series for now. Maybe later down the line we'll see if we take another road trip over there. So I think I'm going to start right here at the front end. We're going to take the parts off, and if they are below 80%, we're going to replace them. Alright, so starting with the grill, I don't think some parts they don't actually take wear, so this grill is actually still good as long as it looks straight. I don't think we're going to bother with that, so that can go ahead and stay. But yeah, we're going to be doing this and just seeing what is usable, what is bad, and whatever we kind of find that's more or less usable, like this, which is 72%, we're going to keep it around, because I am going to be putting that car together off camera at some point. It's just going to be something that I do in my free time when I just want to play the game a bit without recording videos, and I'll definitely share the progress with you guys in the videos of what I have been doing to it. So yeah, that is pretty much my thinking pattern here. So we're going to see, these ones are just going to stay on the table. I'm going to try and put everything sort of neat in the shop eventually. We'll see how it works out. But parts like this that are bad, we are going to be replacing those. Kind of think about it now, we actually could maybe even strip off those headlight trims, because those aren't considered worn parts. I don't know. So let's see. Let that shake off, and this is, yeah, see, for example, like this can actually go back on this car because there's no wear indicator on that, no percentage. Okay, so let's take this one off as well. So yeah, the headlights we can hang on to this specific one, but that one we're going to be trashing. So we've got the trash bag over there, and I've also got the other pickup truck there for some worn parts. So we'll see how it works out. Maybe I'm just going to use the trash bag for everything, because, yeah, who really needs to go and sell the stuff at the pawn shop every time? Don't really have to do that. Right, so let's continue with the rest of the stuff here. So we are going to be swapping the blinkers with the white ones, because I think they actually look a little bit better. Right, so there's another decent blinker for that side. So yeah, that car is going to definitely get some parts. We're not going to bother with the front license plate. We're going to leave that on there because I already bought the new ones for the car. So this front bumper needs to come off. See, we're kind of starting at the front and working our way backwards. So I think we'll just do the bodywork stuff first. Yeah, sometimes the parts are a bit weird. So there we go. We've already got a bumper for this car as well. We've got a full set of wheels that we took off the wagon over there for it. So Even the old suspension, guys, I kept that. We've got the old suspension here that came off of the giveaway vehicle. So we're going to be able to rebuild that for that car eventually. So we'll see how it all turns out. Okay, so what else can we do? I think let's move further back from here. So we're going to be doing the interior. So I think let's start over here. We're going to take this door panel off and just inspect that. So that is 45%. We're going to definitely get rid of that. Would rather just buy new body panels or interior panels if we have to. But we do have got some spares over here, so we can check these. So I kind of want to try and do this as quickly as possible, but also properly. So that is also under 80%. So that is going to just stick around over here. Let's check our window regulator. Okay, so we've got some door glass in this thing already. So that is on 96%, which is actually not bad. So that can go back in if we don't end up throwing it halfway across the map. Okay, put that back into there. All right, can we check the mirrors? Are the mirrors something that gets worn? I don't know. Gonna have to see this. No, I don't see any percentage on that, so that is probably still good. All right, so we'll just get that reinstalled. All right, so we're gonna have to go and buy a front left door panel. Okay, so this one is the rear left, which is bad. So we're gonna replace this one with which one is it now? The rear left. So it's this one. So this one is good. Okay, so this is gonna go on the car, but we need to check this window regulator over here as well. Okay, so there it is. All right, so that's on 69%. So that's the rear left. So do we have got a better one on here? No, we don't. So that is completely busted. So let's go check the donor vehicle. So yeah, this is pretty much what it's going to be like. Running up and down, checking all the parts we've got. And this one is at 100%, so this one can go on the car. Alright, so Drifter actually did restore that car completely by the looks of it. Okay, so that one is sorted. So we're just going to go ahead and pop that interior panel on there. Okay, let's zip that down. Okay, starting with our driver's seat next. We'll get this removed. Right, so there it goes. That is trash. Okay, so our driver's seat over here is good, but I don't want to install it just yet because it's going to give us a little bit better access to the rest of the interior here if we just leave it out for now. We've got a better rear seat as well. This one's on 63%, so we're going to just chuck that. You know what, let's put it on this side because we might put it in this car. I don't know, we'll see once we start putting that one together. Okay, so yeah, we've got this seat over here, which is at 84%, which is still good. So this one can go in. All right, and then we'll take off this rear right panel. How's that one doing? 49%. Yeah, that's a bit too worn. All right, let's check our window regulator as well. All right, this one is 52%. Okay, so we're gonna probably get one off of this car once again. So it looks like all these parts are relatively decent, or basically brand new if you ask me. Yep, same story, 100%. So that can go into there. All right, let's just zip down. All right, let's move over to the passenger side. Well, actually, we should get this center console out because I bought the shifter. Center console 59%. Okay, so let's just see. I did have a spare one over here, 61%. Okay, so it looks like we need a new center console as well. It's not a big problem. There's no center console in that one. We need to replace the shifter because we did a transmission swap on this thing. It is now automatic. We already got brand new automatic pedals in this thing. So, yeah, the shifter needs to be swapped. Right, how's this one doing? That's trash anyway. Alright, so here's our new shifter on the shelf. Somewhere. I think I put it... Oh, there it is. Okay, so there's our new shifter. Alright, so that can go into here. Just zip it down. And there goes the carpet. The carpet is going to be a bit of a problem now. So let's just take it out. Whoa, where are you going? Okay, so that's 89%. So our carpet is good. We just need to get the center console in order to secure it again. Let's check our passenger seat. Yeah, should actually remove the carpet because then it's going to be a bit easier to work with the rest of the interior. So we'll get that back into place once we are ready for it. This seat is a little bit worn, 75%. How's this one doing? 71. Okay, so we need a passenger seat. Okay, so this one can then be scrapped because we've got another decent one there for our donor vehicle over there. So that's pretty good. This rear panel, we need to check that still. Okay, how about the dashboard? Let's just do the dashboard first. We still need to do the passenger door as well. Let's not forget about that. Alright, so let's also do this. Well, this luckily can be bought from the catalog. Alright, is there any wear on this thing? 25%. Okay, so that is trash. Do we have one in this car? No, we don't. There's no headliner in that one. Okay, so yeah, I kind of decided we're going to stick with the convertible because the convertible actually looks very good. I like the look of the convertible. And that little trim piece also came off now with the whole stripping of the rear view mirror. So this one is bad. Okay, let's just see if this one is any good. Alright, shake it off, shake it off. There we go. Alright, that's also going to pop off. That's 100%. And that's on 80%. So that is borderline of what we are aiming towards. Okay, which is good. So we'll pop that onto there. Just screw that down. Okay, let's take off the dashboard. So the dashboard has got a couple of pieces that we're going to have to check here. Alright, so let's start with the dashboard itself. 68%. Okay, and I don't think we've got a better dashboard. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Okay, so we're going to have to go buy a new dashboard just to start off with. The glove box. I don't know if the glove box is going to be openable now that we took this damn thing off. Okay, yeah, there is a way to do it. You just got to be a little bit creative, as I always say. Okay, there's the one screw, and will you stop wiggling about? Okay, how's the glove box? 64. Okay, so that is a little bit too bad. Okay, we are going to put this together because this might actually go into our other vehicle. Okay, if we can just get to that screw again. Where is it now? Okay, we've got that one. And where's the other one now? Okay, we've got that. Okay, now, moment of truth. Is our cluster any good in this thing? I'm not too concerned about these lower dash parts because those can be bought from the catalog easily. No problem at all. What am I looking for? The pry tool. Okay, pry tool. Let's pry the cluster out. There we go. Cluster is still 88%, so that is very good. So our car is going to have its true mileage on that cluster. Is that even the case? How much is that? 647,006. Yeah, well, 641,706 kilometers. Okay, so that seems to be the true mileage of the vehicle, which is great, great stuff. We still need to check that panel and that door over there. So let's grab our wrench once again. Okay, come over here. Let's take this panel off. Is this panel any good? No, it's not. Do we have a better one? Let's see. This is for the... Nope, that one is also bad. Okay. Alright, I think I'm not going to chuck this just yet because might put this on our donor vehicle. I don't know. I'll still decide how far I want to go with the repairs on that one. But yes, I already got somebody who's interested in that car. So we'll get to that part when we get to that part, I guess. Okay, let's come and strip off this real quick. This window regulator over here. That is on 45%, so we'll just chuck it somewhere. Right over there for now. Okay, we're going to take this one out, which seems to be 100%, so just swap it out. Okay, perfect. So that looks pretty good. Okay, so now the only thing we still needed to check was this rear panel. And then we can move over to the trunk and the carpet and the sides and stuff like that. So that thing comes off with the pry tool over here. Okay, let's pop it out. Alright, 89%. And that is good enough for me. So I'm happy with that. Alright, moving over to the back of the vehicle, we're going to see what we need to do here. Okay, first of all, let's get our carpet removed and this rear trim piece and check that out. That's 99%, so it's still relatively good. The trunk carpet, 69%. Okay. Definitely going to have to replace this, but that once again can be bought from the catalog, but I think our donor vehicle should have a good one. Alright, let's strip the rear trunk parts or the side trunk parts off. 64%. Check this one. 33%. Again, I think that one also pops off with the pry tool over here. Okay, so that can also be replaced. Okay, so before we carry on, we need to strip off the rear bumper. Okay, so I think let's do it like this. We're going to take off the rear bumper first of all, because we are going to be replacing the bumper with the body kit bumper. Okay, so there's the rear bumper. Okay, so this panel we need to decide what we want to do with it now. I think we could probably cut it off and replace it because we've got a donor vehicle. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, where's our cutting discs? Okay, we've got it. Okay, let's see what this is going to take in order to get this thing off. It's probably welded to there. Let's just see. These 3 welds probably needs to go. And there it is. So that is our rear panel. So this is fixable. So once we get this this one off the donor vehicle, let's just take out these rear springs that I put in the trunk. All right, so once we get that rear panel off of there, we can actually weld that one back onto that car. Kind of makes sense to do it that way. Let's just do this. I don't know if we're going to need another disc. Right, so now the question is this bumper going to come with it? It probably will, because it's part of the parts it mounts to, so it'll probably come off with it. Okay. We're going to manage this. Should be able to. Okay, there's another one there. I think that one is also relevant to this, and also this one back here, and there we go. Right, so there's the whole rear panel. Okay, let me just put this back down. We're going to have to strip off that rear bumper now. And those taillights are also going to be replaced anyway. Right, so this bumper can go back onto this car once we start putting it together again. Okay, so we need to grab this one. So this is still very good and nice looking. Okay, so let's get that thing welded back into place. Okay, let's bring our welding machine over here. Let's grab some electrodes as well. Should have grabbed this when we came to fetch the welder, but okay, you know what? It's okay. I'm kind of going all over the place here. Alright, and I haven't installed the mod yet for infinite cut and weld, as you guys can see, so I still wanted to do that, but I keep forgetting about it. Okay, electrode goes onto there. Okay, I think that is welded. Everything is welded. I never noticed that the exhaust actually clips through the car, but I think it's because the car is lowered now. So that is why that is doing it. So yeah, we've got adjustable coilovers, and I decided to go with the 17-inch wheels from the shop. So every single part on this car is base game parts. So we don't have any modded parts at all. The reason being that we are going to be selling this, well, giving this car away, not selling it. We're going to be giving it away to somebody in our Discord server. So they don't need any mods then in that case, which is good. Okay, so what I still needed to check was the rear trunk trim piece here, because this now came off of our donor car, which, yeah, as I suspected, that's 100%. We're going to need the trunk carpet from this car. Okay, so let's just check the condition, 100%, so that can go straight into there. Okay, then we'll grab this piece over here, this trunk piece. The gas tank, we already replaced that with a different one. Alright, so we had a gas tank laying around that was like, I think, 99% or something like that, so that is still pretty good. Part of the mechanics of the car. Alright, so let's check this one out. That's also 100%. Okay, pop that into there. Okay, let's go and grab the other one. Alrighty. Final piece for the trunk, and then that can be bolted down. Alright, just like that. Perfect. Okay, so this is still good. We can actually put this back onto that part there, and this part here we'll get that sorted out another time. As I said, off camera work, guys. This is going to be my off camera work car. Gonna be doing work to that when I'm not recording or doing anything for you guys to watch. We still needed to remove the rocket trims. Okay, so this is going to come off. Alright, so this I might scrap those, because we probably have got some good ones on that car as well, but we're going to be doing a body kit on this one, so for that reason these have to come off. And we also got a spare back bumper now, or rear bumper. Alright, so this is all trash. We've got a whole bunch of trash, but I'll sort that out off camera, guys. So I'm not going to make you guys watch me do any more of the junk removal in the shop and stuff like that. Alright, so I still needed to remove the taillights, because I'm going to replace the taillights with the white ones. So we've got new taillights for our other car there. Keep calling it the donor vehicle, but yeah, it's going to turn into another little project, so let's just call it the blue car. We'll just say for the blue car. It's going for the blue car. Alright, now I guess we need to do a little bit of shopping. So we already have got the brand new steering column, pedals, steering wheel, shifter. Everything is pretty much as good as it gets. This license plate needs to come off. We're going to be swapping this with a new one. And that's something you can't really ever grab. So this one can go over to this car over here once again. Once we get this thing put together, because we've got the front bumper as well with the other license plate, the matching one. So yeah, that's okay. Alright, let's get to shopping. So I think maybe let's go and buy the interior parts first. So we need everything except for the driver's side seat. So we need all of those door cards. I haven't checked this one yet. Let's just see what the story is with that one. Or actually, I can't recall if I checked it now. So my apologies if I did this already, guys. But yeah, I'm kind of jumping around everywhere. Okay, so that is a little bit too bad for our car over here. So we are definitely going with the tan interior. And as for the paint job, yep, you guessed it. I'm going to paint this thing pitch black. I think that is going to look great with some dark window tint. And yeah, even the wheels are going to be painted black on the insert part then if we do that like that. So, okay. We are quickly going to take a taxi. Hopefully this is all going to work out. So let's just take a quick recap. So dashboard, glove box, door panels for the front, with the exception of the rear left. And then we should be golden. Oh, and center console. Okay. Let's just get over there. And guys, I hope I'm going to buy everything that we need here. Okay, so we are over here at the interior store. That's much faster than driving over here. Alright, so we need to focus on what we need to buy for this wolf now. Alright, so we need... Do we need the passenger seat? Yes, we do. We need both the front door panels, the dashboard, the glove box, the center console. Alright, let's start shipping these parts back. So we've got the pallets over here, but they don't show up anymore. But I'll show you guys exactly, once we are done here, where these things actually spawn. Makes our lives a little bit easier doing this. Okay, so we've got both the door panels. We still needed to get that rear right one as well. Okay, so I mustn't forget about that. Okay, so there's our dashboard. Okay, can the glove box go in the backpack? No, it doesn't, so we'll just ship it with. There we go. Paying a little bit of money for that. And now, what else did we still need? I think it was this one. That's not the right one. That is the right one. Rear left, rear right. And did I just buy... Yeah, I bought the wrong stuff. Oh my goodness. Look at me wasting money here. We don't need that part. We need the... I don't think the sun visors goes on the convertible. I don't think they do. But you know what? Let's just buy them anyway. Because regardless whether they go on or not, we can actually get them fitted onto the headliner for our other vehicle. So it's not really going to be a waste. And I think these actually go in the backpack. Yeah, they do. Okay, so that is good. Alright, well, if I missed anything, I can always come back. So let's take our taxi back to the garage. Holy crap, I forgot about the truck. Holy macaroni. Okay, well, that nearly ended bad. Alright, but yes, here's all of the parts we just bought. Scattered all over the place. So that is why I built this little pad here, or this platform. Because things tend to spawn under the map there, and then it's lost forever. Okay, so here's our passenger seat, which is great. That is brand new. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do for this is we're going to jump into that pickup truck we've got over here. Yeah, it's still empty, so let's go and grab our parts, load them on the truck, and bring them all together. Because otherwise I'm going to have to carry these things one by one. Alright, let's get this thing moving. Right, I think this is going to be our next project that we're going to be working on here. Is getting this truck sorted out, body-wise, and also replacing the engine with a diesel. Let's turn that off. Alright, let's quickly load all of the parts we've got over here. We've got our dashboard. Okay, then we need our glove box that goes with that. Okay, this is the wrong part, so I'm just going to leave these over here. There's also the wrong one. We accidentally bought the ones for the 4-door. That's the one for the coupe. Front right for the coupe. Front left one for the coupe. Okay, and then our center console. We are going to buy a stereo from the catalog, and we still need to buy the dashboard lower parts. Okay, I think that's all we needed. Don't see anything else here. Alright, let's go get this interior buttoned up. There we go, come on. Get in the freaking driver's seat. Okay, that is... Look how easy this thing started up now. I don't know what's the story with this. But you know what? I'm not going to question it. Alright, let's reverse this thing back into the shop here. Our brand new interior panels. Yeah, we still got a lot of stuff to do. But that's okay. We will get it sorted. Alrighty, so there we go. That is all of our interior panels. Now we can start putting the interior together once again. So let's put this one on. Start with that. Where did I put the wrench? It should be somewhere. Yeah, that's what happens if you are all over the place like I am, guys. Tend to lose your stuff. Now, I didn't put it back in the toolbox now. Oh my goodness. Alrighty guys, so I just went and bought myself a brand new freaking wrench, and just like that we found the other one. So that is just what they call Murphy's Law. So yeah, moving along swiftly. Let's get the interior buttoned up in this thing. So there's our carpet, which is still pretty good. So that can go into there. And we'll have to secure that with the center console. Come on, can I grab the center console? Thank you. I definitely need to figure out something with the vehicles that we've got, because we've got way too many vehicles out and it's causing a whole lot of lag. We haven't used the ramp truck yet and it's still parked in the showroom there, so might actually be putting it in a barn and only pulling it out when we need it, because why does it have to be there if we don't use it every day? Alright. Let's go and zip this down. Okay, and go over there. And that one. Perfect. Alright, let's get our... Well, whatever comes next at this stage. Whatever we grab, we end up grabbing it. Okay. Alright, so there's a screwdriver here for this. Okay, we'll just screw it down. Do the same on this side. Okay, now I need to find the dashboard. Well, the glove box for the dashboard. Okay, let's do it like this. We'll lean in here. These things are always fun to get screwed down. Okay, so there's a screw over there, and there should be another one here somewhere. I should be able to get it zipped down even if it's closed. I just saw it there for a brief second. It's somewhere here. There it is. Okay, we've got that one. Okay, so dashboard is in. We still need to buy the stereo, so we'll get that sorted out. Let's just remember about it. This is front left. And this one is front right. Goes there. Okay, yeah, here we are fine. Here the FPS is good. This side, if I look this way, it's terrible. I think it's also that car over there, which might be a high quality, whatchamacallit, you know, this 512 by 512. That thing is probably like 2040 by 2040. And having too many of those out is a bit of a problem for a slower PC or a low-end PC like mine. So, okay, there we go. I think the interior is now sorted. I still wanted to check those sun visors if they actually go on, but I doubt it. I can't recall if these actually go in. So this one is for the left, apparently. Yeah, it doesn't look like these go in here. Alright, so a convertible doesn't have sun visors. I could have sworn I saw some convertibles with sun visors in the past, you know. But okay, guys. Now we're going to focus on the rest of the stuff. So we need to get the taillights. We need to get the bumper, body kit stuff. We need to get the, yeah, whole other stuff sorted here. Whole bunch of other stuff. Okay, so let's just put that back over there. Yeah, I'll decide what to do with all the junk laying around. So let's do a little bit of shopping here in the catalog. Oh, we're already on the sort of the right place for this. So we're going to need some headlight bulbs and some regular bulbs. I'll just buy 3 boxes of those. I actually bought one of these things as well. I want to put that in as well. That is a base game part. We already replaced that. There's our stereo. Okay, roof trims. We don't need any of that. Alright, here's the blinkers and the white taillights we are going to put in. Okay, let's see what else there is. I don't think I'm going to install any of these parts because those are modded parts. None of these. We're going to just go past all of that. Okay, so let's get over to body. We are going to buy the body kit parts. Okay, now just got to keep an eye out for this. Alright, so I think it's called kit, front bumper kit, something like that. So let's just see. But we are going to need the bumper covers. Bumper cover rear, bumper cover front. Okay, so let's keep looking, keep searching. We'll find the stuff eventually. Okay, so there's the front body kit. Rear bumper kit. That is the one. Cover left and cover right. We already got that. Okay, the rest of the stuff over here is modded parts, so we're not going to grab any of those. Okay, let's get this figured out. Yeah, the lag is definitely coming from this wolf over here. Alright, pop that onto there. Pop this onto here. This can go onto the car straight, so this is the rear or the right. I don't know why it says RR. Cover RR. Okay, well, cover RR is going on. Cover LL. Okay, left. It's probably very left. Okay, yeah, let's not forget our cluster, guys. That's also something that needs to go in. Luckily, it just pops in. Okay, let's grab all of this to our backpack, if we can. I don't know if we can fit everything. Okay, 1 box of bulbs isn't going to fit. Okay, pop that onto there. Alright, where's our trusty old wrench? Okay, so let's do this. Headlight right. Left blinker, headlight left, right blinker, stereo. We can pop this straight into there. Okay. Light bulbs, we need some H4s for the front, light bulbs for the blinkers, and then we'll bring this around the back. Right taillight, left taillight, and light bulbs for that. We'll probably need some of these as well. Okay, and then last but not least, we'll just grab, yeah, let's just grab this in case we need it, and then we'll grab our rear bumper here. Okay, still need to bolt the front one down as well. Let's go ahead and do this. Okay, put the backpack away. Let's get under here. Okay, so there's the one bolt, and we've got the other bolt over there. Alright, and the front bumper bolted down over there. And bolted down over there. Okay, so that is looking pretty good, pretty fly. And while we are at it, let's grab our spoiler kit, which has been donated to us as well by Drifter. Let's pop this on. Which side is this? This is the left-hand side one. All base game parts, guys. So yeah, absolutely no modded parts on this car, which is exactly what I'm aiming for. All right, let's sort this out. So we're gonna need 3 bulbs for this side and 3 bulbs for that side. Okay, so we'll take 2 out of there, and that's gonna leave us with 2 bulbs for the blinkers in this box. So this box was actually unnecessary. but it's okay. It's something you always use in the garage. All right, so let's pop these light bulbs in right over there, and I think a third one goes into there. Okay, so there's the one taillight. Okay, zip that down. Okay, we can do this with the screwdriver, can't we? No, we can't. Okay, so we'll have to do it by hand. There we go, and there we go. All right, left taillight. Okay, zip that down. Okay, so rear end is completely done. Okay, let's move over to the front. We are going to need the wrench for those lamp trims. I must just bear in mind where I put the frickin' screwdriver on the table. Okay, so let's get this onto here. Okay, bolt that down. Let's get this one onto here. Oh, come on, work with me. Will you? All right, come on, let's just do it this way then. Okay, whichever way you want to do it. There we go, there's our screwdriver. Okay, let's just put the screwdriver down. We're gonna 1, 2, and 1, 2. That sounded like a musician checking a microphone. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, pop that into there. Pop that into there. Okay, pop that into there, and the last one goes into here. Nope, it's not in. Okay, there we go. Struggling to get a freaking light bulb in. Oh, we need to pop the hood for this. Okay, and zip you down and zip you down. All right, there we go. Come on, there we go, there we go. That is good. And then we're gonna get the last 2 bulbs in there. Let's just get rid of that over there. All right, pop you into here. Okay, let's turn it around. Maybe it's gonna work a bit better. Okay. Absolutely scratching the living crap out of these lenses. Okay, put that onto there. And that goes onto there. And now, if we check our information screen, we've got 4 stars overall condition. Now, what are we still needing? Probably, yeah, this might actually bring it up. Hopefully, I don't know. As I said, this car is not going to be perfect. It's going to be decent. Let's just call it that. Alright, so this can go onto here, and is that going to do the thing? Look at that, there we go. Alright, so we've only got the color condition, which is going to need the paint job, which we need to take a bit of a drive over to Middletown once again, guys. So looking at the time, it's now, it's 20 past 6. Okay, so it's almost going to be closing time for that place, so we might have to take a bit of a nap. And then we'll see what this thing's going to look like once we go and get this thing painted. We need to move the truck, so gotta just pull this out. Okay, windscreen wipers. We really don't need the windscreen wipers on. Okay, there we go. Let's sit down. Alright, let's get this thing pulled out. Alright, we'll just put it here in front of the gate. Alright, windscreen wipers turned on again, but okay, whatever. This truck still needs a bit of work, so we'll probably see if there's any time left after we are done with this paint job. We might get into the truck a little bit, seeing as this is a Saturday and we are kind of doing what we want to do. Okay, another thing I still needed to do was the window tint, guys, so yeah, let's maybe go past the shop first of all. Let's get ourselves seat. Oh, you know what? I just remembered. Yeah, you guys are gonna probably shout at me in the comments if I didn't do this. We still needed to buy the dashboard lower parts. Yeah, I nearly forgot about those. Holy crap. That would have been a bit of a bummer. Dashboard lower, dashboard lower. Okay, so let's just install this real quick. Alright. Yeah, that's what I needed actually. Okay, so there's the one. I've got a bolt over there. And a bolt over there. Okay, let's go and do the other one. Yeah, I think this thing needs to go into the freaking barn because it's causing a bunch of lag. But this car is also going to go into the barn once we are done with it. It's going to be shipped over to its new owner. So, yeah. By the time this video comes out, it's going to be Saturday 10 p.m. So, yeah, this car will probably be given away on Sunday. We might actually put it up on Sunday. Alright, so there we go. Let's just choose our right camera here. Alright, now I need to be extra super careful with this thing. Because this is our giveaway vehicle. Man, just look at those rims. The chrome on those are actually beautiful. Brake lights work. Indicators work. Yeah, everything works. Of course it does. Everything is brand spanking new. Alright, so we are going to quickly stop by the shop. And just take a quick nap there in front of the shop. Alright, let's maybe do this real quick. I don't know if I showed this before. But if you sit down in your car and you hit L, you actually turn on the high beams. So for those of you who didn't know that, it actually turns on the high beams if you hit your L button. I think I did show it in a video way back when. Automatic transmission, very nice. We don't have to shift anything. Yeah, this thing turned out very pretty. Alrighty, so here we are outside the shop. Let's just turn off the high beams, turn off the headlights. We'll just turn everything off. Gonna take a little bit of a nap here. That's 7:30. Okay, so you're still gonna be closed. We didn't do the handbrake. Okay. Alright, so window tint. I think for this car...
Hi, do you need tools?
No tools, just some window tint. Gonna need this window tint. I think just one roll should do it. Okay, so we're gonna tint this window, that one, this one, and this one. We're not tinting the windscreen. I will never ever in my life tint the windscreen in this game. It's absolutely ridiculous if you do that. You can't see through your... Maybe now with the update you could, but... Yeah, still guys, I mean... I wouldn't ever, never, ever in my life tint the windscreen. Alright, a little bit of lag there. Starting up the car once again. Alright, let's take this thing for a little bit of a drive over to Middletown, guys. So, yeah, once again, we're going to put it in a little bit of a time lapse. I think let's do third person view. And see how it goes. Alrighty, Houston, we have a problem. So guys, I think I messed something up with the brakes. Looks like the rear brake hoses might not have been tightened down, so I had to stop the car with the handbrake. So we'll go back to the shop and get that sorted out once we did the paint job. So yeah, or we might actually stop in Middletown and get that sorted out. Yeah, might as well do it like that. Or we could actually stop at the gas station, come to think of it, because everything we need will be there. So we can actually pick up another wrench, a third wrench for our shop, which will be great. Alright, absolutely no freaking brakes. So yeah, so much for the time lapse, guys. Sorry about that. It was going to be a little bit of a musical drive for you guys, but now it ended up becoming a roadside problem. Alright, stop, 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 stop. Yeah, it didn't want to stop there for a second. I wonder what the heck is going on with that. Alright, let's just leave it in neutral. Okay. Alright, so this thing is making a little bit too much power for the brakes, which is a little bit of a concern with the automatic transmission. Alright, so we need brake fluid. We're going to need a wrench, once again. Okay, let me just see what freaking bolts I forgot. I think the front one should be good. Just see, yeah, that is good. Okay, did I remember these? Nope, those were loose. Okay, so I never tightened these up when I did the suspension. Or actually just the one. Looks like I missed the one. Okay, but I'm just going to go ahead and check everything. Just check our brake booster as well, because this is a brand new brake booster in here. Yeah, those bolts are tight. Alright, backup wrench. We're going to need to open this real quick. Let's get our brake fluid that we bought here. We're just going to fill it up again. Alright, there we go. It's filling. Not too bad. Okay, this could have ended in disaster if we had to brake all of the sudden and we couldn't. Alright, that is actually empty now, so we'll just put it in the backpack. Alrighty, no trash can here, so I guess we'll just have to take it with us. Alright, let's try this again, guys. I think we'll go into a time lapse from here. And yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy this ride with me.
Highway stretches out for miles. Wind in my hair, can't help but smile. Got my keys, got my time. Sun is up, road is mine. Radio plays that same old song, but today nothing feels wrong. Top down, chrome shining bright. Everything's gonna be alright. Wind and speed, that's all I need. This open road is calling me. Wind and speed, that's all I need. This Mercedes sets me free. Past the farms and past the pain, left my troubles in the rain. Every mile takes me away from who I was yesterday. Top down, chrome shining bright. Everything's gonna be alright. Wind and speed, that's all I need. This open road is calling me. Wind and speed, that's all I need. This Mercedes sets me free.
Alrighty, guys, so we are over here in Middletown at the service center, and yeah, we just need to get this thing painted real quick. So I already set the color code to black, so let's go over here and we're going to just do this. Alright, and I think while we are over here, I'm gonna have to polish this car, so I'm going to take that back to the shop and do that real quick. I see we are nearly at our 1 hour mark, so yeah, it looks like we're not going to have a whole lot of time to do work on the truck at all. But okay, let's get this thing started up again, getting a bit of lag. It's not struggling to start, it's just the game being the game with the update. It's kind of weird, so I don't know what that's all about. But okay, now the question is going to be, are we going to get this thing up onto the dyno there? Alright, let's see. Let's just go into this camera. I think we can see a bit better. But yeah, look at this long black machine, guys. It actually goes easier than the wagon. But yeah, I think this thing is adjusted all the way up at the moment, so I didn't lower the suspension yet, so I might do a little bit of fine tuning to that. I could have left it running, but we don't have a whole lot of diesel in that thing. Still need to go and fill it up with diesel. Dyno test. Alright, we've got our dyno strap here. Let's see how much power this engine makes, because I think it will be a nice little thing to also mention how much horsepower the engine has got. So we'll go ahead and do that. And lag starting up once again. Okay, so let's put this thing in drive. Alright, 873 horsepower. Yeah, horsepower, not horsepower. Horsepower, guys. Okay, so 873, that's not bad for a slightly tuned turbo diesel. Alright, let's get it turned off. And quickly unstrapped. So I need to get this thing back to the shop. We need to polish it. And hopefully it's going to turn out beautiful then. Alrighty guys, so I'm going to drive this thing back very relaxed. I'm not going to be going crazy here or anything. We still need to adjust the suspension a little bit and just give this thing a bit of a polish. And then I think this one will be ready to be given away to a lucky member in our Discord and also one of our subscribers, hopefully, to the channel. So yes guys, I'm going to do it this time around. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything and it really helps a small channel like mine out quite a lot. Alright, but yes, let's get this into a little bit of a time lapse while we drive this beautiful thing back to our shop. And I'll catch up to you guys once we get there.
Got keys in hand, Mercedes waits, engine purr soft, I hesitate. Got keys in hand, Mercedes waits, engine purr soft, I hesitate. Oh yeah, top down freedom, wind in my hair, miles ahead, don't really care where this road leads, just me out here. Top down freedom, crystal clear, la 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 la. Left town behind, rear view fade, all that stress slowly fade. Radio loud, singing along, found my place where I belong. Top down freedom, wind in my hair, miles ahead, don't really care where this road leads, just me out here. Top down freedom, crystal clear. Lost call twice, let it rain. This is my time, my everything. Leather seats, summer heat, open highway can't be beat.
Alrighty ho guys, so here we are back at our shop and we're just going to park it right over here. And I can't stop it. Okay. Yeah, it's because it's an automatic and sometimes it just doesn't want to let you stop it. So yeah, whoever gets this car, just be very wary of that. But I mean, look at this thing guys, it's turned out pretty well. Pitch black, absolutely beautiful. It makes quite a bit of power. Nothing really wrong with it at the moment, except for the polishing and maybe a tiny bit of suspension adjustments. So let's quickly get our polisher on here. Okay, so there we go. Let's grab this. Alrighty-ho. Let's go and see the transformation on this thing. Alright, we can't really see much. You can kind of make it out like that, but let's give it a bit of a polish here. And we'll see how this thing transforms. Yeah, it's definitely getting there. I wonder if the torch will help us any. Doesn't really look like it does. Well, I think this is how you do it. I don't know, maybe you guys can drop down in the comments if you have experienced the polishing process in this game yet, and how you get it done the easiest. Because, as I said, I'm not sure if I'm doing this right, but I can definitely see it changing there. I don't know if you'll see more with the torch turned off. But especially with the black paint, it's a little bit hard to judge. But yeah, we need to go over every single panel of this thing. And I wonder if the wheels can also be polished, the paint on the wheels. It doesn't look like it, okay. I can't tell if it's working with the torch or not. Well, technically we should actually be applying some polish to the paint before doing this, you know. But you can see it's actually doing a large part at a time. Yeah, I've got no idea if I'm doing this right, but just trying to see what the results would be. I don't know if we pulled it into the shop if it's going to be any different, but yeah, look at that. The whole spoiler at the back actually turned shiny. Yep, it's definitely changing. Let's go on the trunk. Got to get the right angle to see it. I think this trunk is probably done now because we did sort of polish here, and I think it actually bleeds over to the other angles as well. Got no idea how this is supposed to work, but yeah, I'm just doing it the way that I think it does. It's supposed to be done. We haven't done this part yet. And now I wonder the rocker panel itself underneath this cover, if it actually polishes that as well. But technically in real life you wouldn't worry about it because you wouldn't see it. So yeah, that is just pretty much what it's about then, I guess. Alright, just want to make sure. Oh, we didn't do the mirrors and the roof. Yeah, well, not really the roof, but the windshield frame hasn't been done. Okay, well, there we go. That is polished. Just do this mirror as well. I know we have to get every single angle of this thing. Oh, we haven't done the headlamp trims. Okay, that looks like it's probably done. Alright, I really wouldn't know, guys, but I just want to make sure this thing looks absolutely phenomenal. We never did the fuel filler cap separately as well, so I'll just go about that as well. That should do that. But okay, there we go. I think that is good enough. It looks relatively decent. Now, the only thing I still want to do to this car is give it a little bit of a suspension adjustment. Okay, so we currently have it set at the highest height, which is a little bit too high. You can see there's quite a bit of a gap there. So let's go down 3 on each side just to get things started. Okay, we can't really see this one, so let's just do this. Okay, so that's 3 down. All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Can probably go down another 2 if you ask me. All right, let's see. 1, 2. Let's do another 2 on this. Oops, another one. There we go. And another one, 2 there. And also 2 on this one. Okay, how does that look? Looks mean. Mean low street machine, guys. That is that looks pretty good. And we've got some Funcle license plates so that they always remember where this car came from. But obviously the new owner can change it, and he can make changes to this thing whatever he likes. Maybe you want to slap a you know, a roof on this thing. Maybe he wants to put a automatic, well, a manual transmission in this thing. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it's going to be somebody who's going to share some pictures if they do changes to this thing. But yeah, everything is perfect. And now I just adjusted this shock absorber because I'm standing here with the wrench. Not ideal. But okay, there we go. Enough messing around with the wrench in my hand. Guys, I think that is it. This car is perfect. Well, not perfect, but it's, in my opinion, good enough to be given away to somebody. So yeah, total value 27,929.72. So that value would actually increase if you did decide to change it into a coupe, because then it actually has got more parts on it, so makes sense. But yes, guys, I think that is going to be a wrap for today's episode. So thank you all so much for tuning in once again. I really appreciate every view, every like. And also, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please consider doing so. I will appreciate it very much. And then I will see you all in the next one.
This is my garage. Wheels keep spinning on the highway. Good things happen in the driveway. Having good days with the good boys. I don't think that I'm leaving today.